Okay.
All right, so let's transition from that side.
Okay.
So now do you want to keep with the backhand side just from this side, or do you want to go more forehands?
I need to do forehands too.
Okay, let's do forehand. So now you've got the third. That's kind of neat. You know, we don't have to talk about the
Yeah.
third, but as you're transitioning, try to take that step forward
Yep.
as opposed to squatting.
Okay. Whoops.
Yeah, a little bit of a squat on that
Yeah,
one. Let's try it
it's
again.
all squat. I never noticed it.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Woo!
Oh my goodness.
That missed it. Good. Good job. All right.
Whoa.
You're miss hitting on the paddle. That's really it. Good.
No, it was the timing of the ball.
So that's a squat. You made it.
I got lucky.
But it was this, yeah. Try to use your legs, use your body. Now don't swing at it. Just use your body to help sort of push into the block. Go. Those dinks, I mean, I can't tell you the difference. The difference in me as your opponent, what it feels like to me, is night and day than when you're just like,
Well,
this.
what I did different is move my paddle head down. I had it so far up, I just moved it here a little. So kind of look at that.
Right. So now, what's the difference then between, like, when I tell you to go paddle up here? Why is that different than over here?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
Yeah, I can. It has to do with the fact that you're trying to spin the ball, right? So remember our very first lesson.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, one of the things you told me that you wanted to learn was just like a backhand dink where you're actually slicing, putting some spin,
yes.
right? So your path, the path that the paddle takes, is different when you're trying to get spin versus a flat push, right? So your forehand is a flat push.
Yeah, I'm trying to
so you don't have to be like, you shouldn't be like this. You should be
Okay.
down and then.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And that was a right foot forward, by the way.
Correct. You got it. So that was also right foot forward.
Yeah.
You went left and then you went right and then.
Because I needed to get closer.
Yeah. There we go. Good. Left it in. Good. I don't mind you going after it. I don't mind you going after it at all. There you go. Keep trying to push that dink. Yes, that's a good one. It's a little close to that other player. Good.
Oops.
Awesome. Now, again, I'm okay
But
with
I knew where it was going, so I had my paddle there.
Yeah, watch your feet right there. When you decide, I mean, this is next level. We can work on it whatever point you want to start working on.
Yeah.
But, when you decide that you're going to pull the trigger, hit it hard to the middle, hit it hard at a person's body, you always want to be ready for the response. So it would be taking your forehand here. It would be push and then immediately have your paddle up to the next location and then swinging that away.
I knew it was going to my backhand.
Yeah. So again, hit and then be in position. not hit and sort of watching like how good your shot is, right? Good footwork. Good footwork. In. Push. Up. Uh-oh.
Good shot.
Coming again. Great, Kelly. Good. There it is. There it is. Good. It's okay that you missed it. There we go. You can. Awesome. That's it. You're a little more ready for the attack on that one. Good. So the dinks that you're let's call them you're earning the pop up or you're earning the weak dink off of me. It's when you're pushing, and in particular when you're pushing the middle of my left foot, right? So when I got to come across like that to play a ball, those are the balls where when I hit them to you, even if I hit an okay dink in the kitchen, it's just sitting there. You can choose whatever you want to do with it. Okay, last couple. Perfect. You're close.
My left foot was forward.
Kind of.
That was my focus.
Yeah. So here's what that looked like, and I want you to know the difference here as you're coming in. Your drop was perfect. You're coming in. You were left foot forward, but with no body weight going in. Okay. So you were left foot forward, but you still squatted.
Yep.
Okay. So you had one half it, I guess. So left foot forward, but then again, try to feel a little body push forward into the hip. Nice. Good spot. Good spot. You see that movement, yes?
Yeah.
Good.
I just forget about it.
Middle is the only time. So you push a couple in the middle that have been like here. The reason that would be dangerous because this person has a forehand. So you just got to be careful about how close to the middle you push it. But that last one you made it land here. I mean, that's a perfect spot, especially if I'm like over on this side.
Yeah.
Let's go one more good one here.
I hit it on the
I also jammed you a little bit too.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was a little different. Good.
I was ready, but I just wasn't there.
Yeah, well, it's just a little too far away from you. I like your hit. It did catch me by surprise. I haven't been able to reach and kind of get over there.
Yeah.
As you're playing, competing, you got to figure out if that's working or not.
Yeah.
Okay? If it's not working, you got to figure out a different way to hit it.
So it's not going to work 4-0 and above most of the time because they're just going to, that forehand's going to grab it and pound my partner.
Possibly. I'm going to say possibly. And so, are you, do you follow Dane Gingrich on Facebook? Like all his mental
But
posts?
I haven't watched any.
Yeah, well, he doesn't do a ton of videos, but here's where that middle push would have been effective, okay? If you just did it in an isolated incident, yes, this person probably gets a forehand, okay? But if the 2 or 3 before that, you pushed left shoulder, for example, or right shoulder, for example, then now, so if I'm that player, I'm going to be in this mode, and as soon as you fire through the middle, my reaction is not going to be here. My reaction is to be like, I'm a little worried about the ball coming at me, okay? So this is where the chess match of pickleball is really interesting. In order for that middle ball to be effective, you've got to set it up by hitting a bunch at this person, freezing this person. You may have to dink a bunch over here to set up this player where now you've opened up space, and then you take it through the middle. Okay. So in an isolated shot, that may not have been the right shot, but if you set it up well, it's absolutely the right shot. Okay. All right, good job. So let's come on in. Let's work on your blocks.
Okay.
Talk to me again about what Tony's telling you as far as keeping the paddle on
Get
top.
to the net with my thighs against the net.
Okay.
And he had me have my paddle up and just hit them. There was no movement here.
Okay.
It was all mostly just upper body and getting my paddle here.
Okay.
And he just threw.
Yeah.
And when I got back, then he started hitting a little.
Okay.
And then he went back to the line and really drove them hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything with shoulder turn?
Yes, but I don't. There's, when you take a couple lessons, it all goes like this.
I hear you. Yeah. So let me add something, and there is nothing that I saw in the video that you're telling me that I disagree with Tony. I love how he progresses. Like, we start here, then we go, right? The only thing I'm going to add is, as you're learning the block, try to let the shoulders guide where your paddle's going to go. That helps. So if you notice, if I turn, my paddle's already, it's still in front of me, slightly in front of me. I don't really want to be like
Oh, and he wants me in my cone.
Ooh, okay. I like the idea of the cone, but I
So
like
I'm
the
not-
idea. Correct, but I like the idea of the cone being initiated with this, not this.
Yeah, because I kind of fall back.
So again, so for example, if I'm facing, again, this is not the move I want.
Right.
This is the move I want. Okay. Again, if you follow Sarah Ansberry, she's a big proponent of like let your shoulder. No, okay, this is fair enough. She's a big proponent of just like let your feet and shoulders kind of guide where the paddle needs to go. I happen to believe the same thing. Okay. Again, it keeps the contact such that you're still in front, but you're not like that.
Yeah.
So many people are like, ooh, there's the ball, and they're like this. All of a sudden, they're slapping balls into the net because they haven't initiated that little shoulder move. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and come on up. Actually, yeah, go ahead and come on up.
Okay.
Like halfway in the kitchen. Yeah. So from there, again, you're gonna.
Throw it, and I
Okay.
had to.
So you're gonna want.
And mine was more
Okay. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and mix up where I go.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna toss it really quick, so you'll have time to go register and then go here. Okay. Instinct is gonna want you to do that. Okay. So see how I'm just moving my arm, my paddle. I want to see if you can use your shoulder to kind of go. So turn your shoulder a little more. Okay. Turn more. Like you're going this.
Yeah.
Boom. That's it.
Sorry.
Good. And you don't even have to hit it that hard. Yeah, just find the contact. Oh, good. You're gonna.
My backhand always turns naturally.
Correct, because so what you're doing is you're reaching across. If you just notice, it's already pulling. It's already pulling my shoulder. The forehand is just easy to shoot out like this. I want you to try to find that. So how about this? Since you naturally do it on your backhand side, let me isolate the forehand. Yeah. You get it, but you did it opposite way. Like that. Yeah, so you put right shoulder forward. I want left shoulder to be slightly top.
Okay.
Got it. That's it. Good. Take a step back. Can you turn a little more? Wrong way. Wrong way. You're going to turn that way.
Okay.
There you go. You didn't turn there.
Oh, that's because I was trying to hit down.
I hear you. Ready?
So I was doing push through, and then I was doing hit down.
I got you.
When I
got
hit
you.
down, I don't feel my shoulder.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Good. So this fixes, well, I almost said completely because that's probably a little too strong. This does help with regard to your timing being so far out in front. Okay, again, it's very similar to when you're transitioning. So again, it's with a forehand. Again, a lot of people step like this. Okay, it's just my right side, my right foot, and the brain just kind of does this move. But you can see how far out in front my hand is in front of my body, right? So that's not it. This is it. Slightly in front, but not reaching.
Okay. Let me show you.